Alright, well the tide winds. It's all the way back in, covering this whole flat here. But I think we made a score. Got a bunch of clams. Get these back to the campsite, get them cleaned up, and get a lunch started, huh?
Sounds good.
Alright, let's do it. So what do we score over here, Bobo?
Well, here we got butter clams, little necks, manillas, and varnish clams. And I think somewhere in there there's cockle.
Alright, sweet. Most of those right there are all manillas, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. What else we got over here? A couple type of oysters. We got the Pacific oyster right here. And we happen to find a couple of kumimotos, which are a delectable oyster. And then, of course, you saw us wrestle earlier, the big horse clams. Now, I know they look scary and intimidating, but with a little garlic and butter, a little bit of loving, we're going to treat these things right, man. These are going to be delicious. So, awesome score. See that water boiling over there? Let's go get these things in the pot and start cooking. Let's do it. All right, baby. All right. All right, Bobo. Well, the first step of cleaning these gooey ducks is just to get them in the pot, get them steaming. Otherwise, they're just tough as leather. Oh, so sorry, buddy. I don't really know if they can feel that or not. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. Well, get those guys in there for a little bit, steam them up, kind of loosen them up. They won't even all fit. How do you like that?
Interesting smell.
Ooh. Yep, very seafoody, but
yeah, very briny.
we're also about 5 inches from the shoreline here, so maybe some of that too. Alright, buddy, round two.
Alright, fuck it.
Chew it up a little bit, chew it.
I can't chew it.
Yeah, you gotta chew it up a little bit. That white part, you can't swallow that whole. Chew it up a little. Swallow. Now think about eating dog poop. You're chewing it, dog poop. It looks like these gooey ducks are ready to be cleaned. Got the shells opening up like that. Meat's falling right out of them. So, take the shells. I like to always throw them back in the water. I guess other shellfish eat that shell and make their own shells out of it.
Looking good.
Hot, steamy. Look at that. Oh man, these are going to be delicious with a little butter and a little garlic, I'm telling you. I know you may not think so right now. Still got a little cleaning to do, got to wash them off a little bit, a little sand on them, but you remember, peel all the meat from the shell here. Just get the meat pockets. Like I said, the shell's right back in the water. Oh, there's a little scallop there. Sorry. That ain't making it to the pot. Man. It's actually the best part. And then these things are really tough. So you gotta tear them off. You want that.
Fake foreskin. Pretty gross.
Just peel that off, take that head and just throw it out of there. They feel pretty easy after you steam them, huh?
Yeah, it's a weird texture.
Yeah. Okay, these are good. We'll get these all washed up in our rinse bucket over here. All those feet clean, yeah. Perfect. There we go. Now we got them all boiled up and cleaned up. We need to dice them up for our frying pan. So I like to cut them as thin as you can, like you said earlier. They're a little chewy. So the thinner you cut them, the easier they're going to be to chew in the pan. Some people pound them out like veal scallopini. I just prefer to dice them up real nice. Toss them in with some pasta. And this is going to be good. And then we're going to throw these in here and toss them with our manila clams as well. Those little manillas and then big chunks of meat here. Delicious.
This will be a feast fit for kings.
So two tricks that I personally like to do when I use spaghetti, in fact. I like to break it in half. I like littler pieces I know a lot of you like the slurpy pieces. And also when you set your pasta in hot water, if you set it in a clump like that, it'll all stick together. So I like to drop it in slowly and kind of twist. So the only point that the other piece of pasta touches is in the center like that, so it doesn't stick very easy when you need to toss it later. So I think we're good to go on that. 8-9 minutes till al dente. Bada bing, those clams will be, well, they'll be sizzling right now. Alright. Well, looks like our pasta is almost al dente. That's pretty close. Throw our butter in our pan. Keep this baby sizzling. Put our garlic in there. Nice. Searing hot. That garlic flavor, let that butter pick all that up. Now I think we're about ready for our horse clam here. Go ahead and throw that into the saute. Oh yeah. Let that sear up for a little bit. Get some good color to it. My pasta's definitely ready, so I'll go ahead and get that off over here. And when that's good and hot, it's got the color. Throw in the rest of this butter, and then you know what it's time for. That's right. Fresh clammies. Got them in a bucket, keeping them nice and alive, and get them right on in there. In fact, we decided on the oysters, just throw them right in the fire. They steam themselves, and then when they're ready, they pop right open. Get a couple of those going. More clams in here. And this seaweed's not going to hurt you. This is sea lettuce. This is edible. Blanc.
Ooh, nice local wine.
Yeah, definitely Patterson, Washington. Or Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just down south here. It's pretty sweet.
What year it is? Odd year?
No, 2007.
2007.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Let's get the windmill on the front.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Snoqualmie is pretty good wine. I like it.
I figured it'd go well because, you know, everything's right here.
Yeah.
Might as well get the wine too, huh?
You didn't have...
Today for our dish, I thought I'd bring something local. I bought a Snoqualmie Sauvignon Blanc. It's you know, from Patterson, Washington, which is close to here. I figured the flavor would go well with the shellfish that we've come up with here. So I guess I'll give this a crack. Well, anyway, I think the dish turned out splendidly, Bobo, for what it was all worth. We got ourselves 3 raw oysters, and you know you're going to have to definitely eat one of those.
No.
A couple roasters and a nice pasta dish here with just a combination of good bivalves. Brought you your little shellfish fork. Be nice. So I figured we'd start off the Sauvignon Blanc with one of these raw Pacific oysters. Babo, I'll give you a small one.
Chuck it off the shelf.
No, get underneath it, get underneath it. Ah, the oyster. Going down with a salute, huh? Oh. First you gotta take these off the bottom.
These two.
Cheers.
Another day in the life.
Uh-huh, you got it. The life of the wild. Aye. Drink, 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 drink.
Some of that gooey duck in there.
Well, officially, boys. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks,
Bobo. Thanks for eating oysters you didn't want to eat. Nico, once again, always pleasure. And most of the crowd for keeping coming back to Culinary Wild. Grazie me.